Tundra, I think that could be a great solution here. The matchups are good. Nine's track record against Xiao 8 in lane is good, and this should be a favorable lane. The smoke is not going to lead to a kill. Good break by 33. Will it get to Game 5? I personally don't think so. I think LGD are just a step ahead right now. They crushed the last game. They were also pretty convincing in Game 2. So momentum, overall their reads on how to draft and play the game. I think I'm actually a bit surprised they chose to take the Pango. And I know I'm saying that with Xiao 8, but they got Coddle first pick, right? And then it was Tide Gyro?
Yeah.
Right? I think
so.
they could have picked Sven again. Like maybe the Tide is a really is a bad enough matchup to not do it, but I think this Coddle Sven combination they ran last game was just nutty. Like, push out the lane, go farm triangle, and you could have banned 3 cores that's good against Sven in second phase and just set up for the same game again. Maybe that's the concern, is that if we do the same again, they're going to be ready.
Skeeter, he is in a ton of trouble here.
He's dead.
Staying a little too long, and that is first blood going the way of PSG.LGD. That was a huge misstep.
That's some of that momentum, right? It's getting a little bit, maybe getting a little bit into his head here, because that's
a trade.
A mistake Skitter was not making.
Yeah, this is not an even trade at all, but
no.
Tundra will at least take that for themselves. But
2 for 2 runes. It's not the end of the world, but the first blood gold going on to Xinq's Coddle is only going to ramp things up even more. What's he got coming out? Almost 2 nulls. Well then.
Big shock, right? Never seen that one before.
Nope, that's very interesting.
Yeah, but looking at the the matchup for Xiao 8 in the mid lane, as we're going to see some action top. Just some casual trading of damage here. But, Pango versus Bloodseeker, we've already talked about that idea, like going to mid to late game. Does it become worse? This is an interesting question. Does it become better or worse that you're
Glad
a
you
core?
Could preface your own question.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good question, like the best of all time, by the way. Does it benefit him to be a core against the Bloodseeker? You know what I mean? Because when you're support, your literal only job is to roll, and when you're core, you at least have some more damage with Swash.
That is maybe the best question in the history of questions.
I appreciate that.
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Maybe.
God. Why?
All right, so I think it depends, right? Because you can look at it from 2 perspectives. One is, well, you pick Bloodseeker, and if you're a support, you're countering a support. The other one is, well, you're a core, so you get more gold, so you can itemize and strategize against it, but for the duration that the Rupture is good, you're shutting down a core.
Right.
So I think it's a bit of both, honestly. I don't know what's strict, if there's anything strictly better.
Xinq, Rocket Barrage! One more right click will do it. Fada
gets dunked.
Yep, second kill for Tundra now, despite not getting that, despite Skeeter getting first blooded right off the bat.
This Tundra lane is strong. Whenever you connect a rocket, you have a silence follow-up, and that allows Fata to continue with Barrage because the enemy hero can't counterplay. So kind of interesting synergy going on there.
Does this feel like a good Bloodseeker game for you?
Yes.
In terms of going to the late game?
It's very good, I think. He's good against Pango. He's good against Night Stalker. He's good against... Lifestealer's a bit so-so. It depends. Because Lifestealer's one of the few carries that can just get Rupture and just be like, lol, I'll just stand still. Who's going to come fight me, right? But again, because of the pairing with TA, that's a hero that you Rupture Lifestealer and TA runs at him and fights him. TA wins that fight with Refraction up. So you're not going to get much value out of your Feast and your Rupture, so you can't run away. But there's always going to be Infest as like a wild card against Rupture. If you can set that up, that can be really big. So honestly, I think Skitter should mainly be focusing on rupturing either the Night Stalker or the Pango, depending on the situation, and only go for the Lifestealer. He's very confident. Because if he uses it on Lifestealer and he infests, that's one of their most important abilities just out the window. Really, really crucial that they get value out of that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah, kind of like trades, right? It's about what resources are more important for that specific time frame. Looking at 9 now, 16-4 versus Xiao 8's 19-3. He's been in the jungle a little bit more, though.
Yeah, it's done great.
TA against Pango. I don't really want to be Pango most of the time. So Xiao 8 off to a very, very good start, which...
Yeah, I wonder if this is different with the new Pango. My opinion is mainly shaped on, old Pango in 729 against TA, and I think that was generally a TA favored lane, even with the disarm. Oh, they will both dodge that Illuminate.
Ooh.
But Skitter is quick.
Yep, he is. He's trying to try to go for Faith Beyond here.
His own tower, so he's fine to chase in here.
That's right, Faith Beyond diving into the enemy tower and just wasting as much time as possible before his inevitable death.
The Schofield play.
Yeah, that's true. Xiao 8 Still getting pressured here, but he's going to kind of be in and out, trying to get as much farm as he can in the jungle. But TA just outscales him in terms of just the farming capacity in the early game for sure.
I think like a good old double-double. Uh-oh, we're in trouble in Coddle. The kind of runs with double-double.
Salve is going to be canceled. Jinkyu continue to be chased by Skeeter. And the Illuminate's not going to do a whole lot. And Skeeter, I mean, after that rough start, he's doing quite well. I mean, the CS is about even with the Lifestealer, but he has a couple kills on top of that.
Yep. Off to a good start here, Tundra, for sure. Even though they don't actually have a gold advantage right now, but I think they're getting the right heroes enabled. You want TA and Bloodseeker in particular to have a good game here. I think it's okay if Tide isn't doing perfectly well. It's more important for, especially, I would say if I could pick one hero when this game starts to have a good game on, I would select TA for the Radiant.
Okay, we were just praising Skeeter, and he dies for a second time. That is to a solo. I mean, there had to have been Illuminate, right?
I don't think so.
He was pretty far away.
And that was daytime. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Skeeter was definitely low. And we talked about this buff recently where you get a little bit more HP now when you deny creeps. So Fata probably getting played with a bit by Faith Beyond. As Illuminate comes through, Fata looking a little worse for wear, but he'll be fine.
And now it's nighttime, so Faith Beyond should be able to get a pretty strong grip on this lane.
Yeah, he's going to start out with the Void. You can see the Illuminate coming through as well. Already at half HP for Skeeter. Swash is going to miss, though. Zhao 8 commits to the Rolling Thunder. And Skeeter is super dead. A third death.
And that was a
at
TP
5.5 minutes.
TP deaths are the worst.
Yeah.
It's one thing to die, but he's actually out of play not for 15 seconds, but like 40 here. He needs to run to get farm. And the closest thing you can get to farm as Radiant is the big camp between the towers. But he's not, like, he's level 4.
Yeah.
He needs lane farm, so he has to run all the way to the lane. Going jungle now is terrible. Some carries thrive more in this environment. Like, let's say he was a Terrorblade and died there. It's like, okay, you know, it sucks, but at least I can transition into jungle.
Yeah.
Look at him running bot. He actually bought a smoke to get out to lane. That's really telling, right? He has smoke
Desperate.
and at least he has thirst. That helps as well. Zhao 8 sitting on half health is helping him a little bit with getting out, but the amount of time that Skitter lost here is substantial for sure. I think he lost a full creep wave. Fortunately, gets back at least for the siege, but yeah, it's not
they
good.
Might go for him again here. I think it looks like Zhao is actually rotating out, but either way, just with that kill alone, Skeeter definitely on the back foot against both Faith Beyond and Jinkyu in this lane.
Bless you, Faith Beyond. Bless you again.
Excuse me?
He just sneezed twice. I'm just saying bless you. I'm a good person.
I didn't understand the reference. Like, did you know he sneezed? Got the little mini cams there. It's 33. All right, Zhao 8 making good use of this Rolling Thunder early on. Gets off the shield crash as well. This is going to lead to a very easy kill into 33.
Yeah. Life's doing great against that Tide. Feast as well as Ghoul Frenzy. There's not really much you can do about it.
Yeah.
And he is pulling really far. How is he this far ahead of TA? I know they're not laning against each other, but Amit, 3,800 gold to 3K? Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, that's quite the discrepancy. Of course, TA does have a lot of stacks in the Ancients right now. Let's see if LGD can contest
more
or not.
gold in the top lane?
Starstorm. New bug. Creeps are... They give more in specific lanes.
Wait, why is he that far? Did he get... that was his first kill, right?
There's a consumable gold.
He bought
spend. 600
golds of consumable on the TA against Pango.
Yeah, apparently. But he's going to get a nice ancient stack here. Gets all the small little guys first.
Yep, that's pretty much the gold difference right there. That's the... I think there was a 450 difference in.
Nine's going to pop the refraction. Oh my goodness, why? Takes a huge beating there. Zhao 8, swashbuckler to the high ground. Doesn't look like they want to go any further though. But yeah, the big comeback mechanic, of course, for TA is the ancient stack. And I wouldn't even say she's necessarily doing poorly. She's second now within the game. But
yeah, it's just, you know, I have this preconception of where TA sits relative to lifesteal at minute 8, and this is just not it.
Right.
So again, I was just looking. I'm not like talking anyone down. I'm just genuinely baffled and like confused about where the difference lies. But he must, like you said, he must have just bought so much regen for that lane. So I guess credit to Zhao 8. I haven't really seen just how much pressure he's put out. It's not the bottle. That's not considered regen, and it would have been a higher amount, right, than what the numbers said. So Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
so.
going to stack again.
Snake and Crippling Fear is going to prevent any type of getaway sequence here. Bloodright coming through, though. Looks like they're going to dodge it pretty easily. Skeeter, only level 6 now. Goodness gracious. Gets off the Rupture on the Faith Beyond, but he has so many heroes with him that Fata will easily be taken out. Double kill for Jin Q on the... I mean, we've been through this before, Cinderin. This Coddle gets a couple kills early, starts to snowball out of control.
Yeah. Triple
3
null.
nulls, yeah.
He's probably going to go Dagon again, like he did last game. I don't see why not. It's either that or he gets an item that counters TA, because if they are making the right read here, TA is going to be the problem of the strategy. What would be a good item here? Halberd? Halberd Coddle?
That's pretty weird.
It is, but at the same time, it is one of the best items against TA. You could also consider perhaps getting... I don't think Hex Rush is really in the cards. E-Blade, maybe?
Okay.
E-Blade Rush?
Yeah.
I think maybe Dagon 1 E-Blade. That actually sounds really good.
All right, 9 probably trying to stack this one more time as he finishes off this Ancient stack. So we'll see if his farm catapults a bit here. But yeah, the most impressive thing is Zhao 8's farm, honestly. Second in net worth right now. And I mean, not that he doesn't have CS, but just his rotations across the map have been successful in every single instance. And Pigpole now picked up. Very
is he going to get the deny top? Oh, why? What a... Oh, what a deny.
And 33 is not too happy about it. Fata's in the vicinity with the homing missile, but they're not going to pursue any further.
Tundra needs some good news soon. That's just adding insult to injury, getting that tower deny. 33 was working on that for so long, and then Y managed to sleep the ET and the entire creep wave. Fata,
yeah, he had the rocket barrage, but he didn't know that Zhao 8's in the vicinity. Can he get into this little crevice?
Oh, I like that.
That's a lot of rolls, just keeping him in place for a long period of time. Understandable. This is the way to taunt your enemy. Rolls to the other side. The sloppiest kill of all time for Zhao 8, but he'll take it. A kill is a kill at the end of the day, Cinder.
This is why we need an age limit on driver's licenses. Might be.
He's not
might be on his last
yet,
leg.
Cinder.
It's time for a checkup.
Oh dear. Yeah, Ame still top net worth, and he's going for, I believe it's the armlet this time around, right? So you can see the kind of the difference. Obviously, it's different heroes and whatnot, but the build for Tundra and
Love this from Fata, though. This shows really good understanding. He's obviously a great Pango player. He knows that this is the blind angle.
Yeah.
And he needs to, what Xiao needs to do here, he needs to bounce off either that top wall, as he finally does here, or he needs to find a different bounce off the statue to the right.
I went off the cliff. 33 getting initiated on Crippling Fear. Super good against against Tidehunter as a whole. Gets off the Ravage, though. Here comes the Bloodright from Skeeter into the call down. They do lose the Tidehunter, but at the end of the day, 9 gets a double kill. And they'll take that, along with Ame's actually in the midst here. Does have Infest, trying to get into range, but he can't get it. The range is so low. Faith Beyond, not able to get close enough. Triple kill for 9. I believe that was another denied tower.
Did he just have the presence of mind to try to deny? He didn't get it.
He didn't get it? Oh, okay. Well,
I
this
can't
brings
believe
them back in the game.
Infest range, actually. He was really trying to give him a ride.
I can believe it. I played a lot of live. This spell is garbage for
range. It's like
range.
literally on top of him.
Yeah, it's like 50 range. That's nothing.
That's true.
It's horrible. 50's nothing, by the way, in case you're wondering. But yeah.
Unless we're talking age.
This is like every pub.
All right. So
please let me infest you, please.
Let's just see.
33
so they were very clearly
here.
communicating. This is a very good Ravage, by the way. Love the call-down combination as well. This is a great fight from Tundra.
All right, this is where Ame's, all right, I need an infest target. Come, Faith Beyond, come. Quickly. And fast! And fast!
How is he not in range there?
He's not in range. I'm telling you. That's not in range.
Honestly, okay, so what happened here was he started the Infest cast a little bit too early before Faith Beyond was there, and then the pathing sent him around the cliff.
Fata very happy with that.
So if he would have waited just half a second longer, he gets that ride. But he used it so early that his hero was already moving around, and then when Night Stalker was seemingly in range, he was already, like...
panicking. I mean, it was awkward because of the cliff, obviously. That's what makes it weird. Makes it weird overall. Okay. So that fight was a huge deal. That brings Tundra back into the game.
And now it looks more natural with TA on top.
Yes. That is very true. We'll be going for the Desolator now. Has the Dragon Lance already. And yeah, only 600 away from finishing the Deso, so we'll likely go Blink. I mean, pretty cookie-cutter build for TAs all around. And Skeeter, on the other hand, obviously has his Maelstrom for a while now. We'll be going for Echo Saber. It feels like he builds this on literally every hero, by the way.
Did Amit go Echo in his last game, or did he go Maelstrom BQB?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he went Maelstrom BQB.
Skeeter just loves the heroes that buy Maelstrom Echo Saber.
Well,
it's like, what hero do you want? Well, I'm building Echo Saber Maelstrom, so it doesn't matter.
Time for a Luna game.
Xiao getting homing missile. Fata.
Oh, see you
the
later.
Rupture. Yeah, he's trying to TP. Yeah, that ain't happening. Goodbye. Ame has his armlet now. And Jin Q taking a big star storm there. There's the Ravage just for Jin Q. They hate the old man. And 33. It's like they want to go into Faith Beyond. The Crippling Fear is not going to be enough to do anything here. Drops shortly after. It's a 2 versus 5, and Ame wants the man fight. Potentially looking for an infest target now.
They're dropping the ball a little bit there. He ended up meleeing the TAS Night Stalker at daytime. Just good. 9 is just like, what? And just 2-shots him.
Yeah.
That's not good. It was looking good for LGD for a while, but
I think maybe it was because they ravaged a solo Keeper of the Light that they felt pretty confident that they could fight then.
It's daytime. He's Night Stalker milling the TA, and he doesn't have backup immediately ready.
Yeah.
That just a mistake, really. But Tundra definitely pulling it back, and it's good to see that they weren't just going to collapse. It was starting to look bad a little bit again already after the last 2 losses here, but looks like this can become a very competitive game. So they seem to have reset. And now 9 very farmed.
Yep.
Dragonlance Deso going Blink.
So this is part of the... Not that Armlet is terrible for farming, but it's not a Maelstrom, right? And obviously that fight made a huge difference as Fata.
Good blind.
Gonna get caught out. But Lifesteal is not exactly the hero you just want to like solo farm with for a considerable amount of time. Like, if you're going for the armor build, you want to fight. Maelstrom typically means you want to farm a little bit, but we've seen the opposite actually from Skeeter. You seem very enamored with Fata webcam. Can we make a suggestion or a little for our production? Maybe we can get a little TV in the studio so Sinner can just have a dedicated camera to Fata.
I'm not asking for it. They just keep showing me Fata. It's...
He's a beautiful man after all, so can't blame them. Looks really good with a beard, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Yep.
All right, 9. Just pushing out this wave. Looks like Ame's just going to retreat now. And yeah, you're right. Kind of back to what we were expecting in terms of the early game from these lineups. I mean, I think it was Kyle saying that he expected Tundra to get off to a little bit better start. And then the first nighttime was a big focal point for PSG.LGD.
Yeah, for sure. And that wasn't actually the case, right? LGD actually came out of the lanes well here. But now, in this mid-game state that we're getting into, I think it's very important, once again, to keep your eyes on Bloodseeker and TA. It's still going to be the heroes that are most noteworthy. Rupture, as well as the TA being free to hit, is going to be a problem for LGD. I think you maybe even reserve Echo Stomp for the TA at this point. You need the full value of just taking her out of the fight, because your lineup doesn't kill her right now. Especially with what you said with the Lifestealer going Armlet instead of Maelstrom, you're lacking that extra damage instance that could maybe burn down the refraction a little bit faster. You don't have that here, but you will have the Halberd, of course, coming up. That's going to be helpful. So maybe maybe they can change away from feeling the need to use Stomp against that ability. Top lane, Xiao getting out.
Illuminate. Oh my goodness. Fata bursts it down. Xiao going to finish him off with a Rolling Thunder, but the right clicks from afar on 9. Yeah, we see the Echo stomp into the Earth Splitter, but it's only to delay things, as Y is now on the retreat. Has a Spirit Vessel on him right now. Or is that just the Solar Crest? That's both. And down he goes.
Oh, they got a lot out of that Tundra. I thought that was just going to be a clean gyro kill, but Xiao maybe overcommitting there, arguably. I don't even know if he was necessary for the kill. I think he had him on Coddle solo with double Illuminate with Solar Bind Dagon. But
classic.
Alas, this is going to turn into a Roche attempt from Tundra.
Indeed.
Double damage and Blood Rage.
Yep,
9.
Dagger.
It's going to hit real hard.
Blood Rite. Oh, Jin Q.
Did he even have the D?
The Blood Rite didn't hit, but it matters not.
He hasn't used the DD yet. It's bottled.
Coddle is dead, and into the pit they go again. Roche has already taken some damage, and this should be a freebie for them. And yeah, things, just one fight has turned this game. So Tundra now in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Not a huge lead by any means, but...
It's meaningful, though, with the way their strategy works. This was really important for them to get to this game state, and having the first Aegis should probably open up for top outpost. I wonder what LGD are going to do if 9 goes and pushes the top tower. Like, what's your response? Are you going to plant Lifestealer there with an Halberd and try to defend, or are you just going to give it away? I think what your lineup needs is this. You need to flank with NS.
They're going to get Fata really easily. Crippling Fear is super strong, but it's going to be a trade.
Oh my god, 9 hits so
Or
hard.
Y. So 1 for 1, and Xiao8 forced to roll away.
The DD was activated though. They need to outlast this, and then maybe LGD can fight. And what Tundra want to do is to just get maximum value out of this. Go and hit a tower while they have DD running. Midwave was in range of the tower, I do believe, so they can do some structural damage. Forcing Glyph. And the next wave is coming in. So they're going to take the mid tower instead of top. I like this even more. You just naturally took a fight there, so you're already in the vicinity.
And they pop their own fort as well, so see if they TP anybody to the bot line, because there's several LGD players down there. And now starting to disperse a bit. But yeah, going for MKB next on the TA. And I don't know. The pace of the game. Obviously, Tundra is ahead right now by a bit, but as we're going to see Fata be taken out again. Seems to be the sacrifice for them as 9 jumps in, taking out Coddle in tow, and that's a bigger kill. Yep. Definitely quite a bit more farmed hero.
You have queued up on Coddle. He's going Ags.
Okay. Yeah, so Will-O-Wisp will be a thing again. And MKB next for 9. Now, what are your thoughts for Ame's build on Lifestealer? You mentioned the Halberd. Do you think this... Obviously, it's really good. And he's going to be going into Silver Edge, actually. Interesting.
Can solo Tide then.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think going for something like Halberd gives you... Maybe you're lacking damage a bit in the early stages?
I think you compensate for that by having other heroes that have good damage. You get amplified on the Coddle by ET. Night Stalker hits pretty hard with the talent changes on level 15. And your mid Pango also outputs pretty well. So honestly, I think you'll be all right in this game. I will agree, in some games, it's a major price to pay. But I think here it's just a necessity, right? Look at this guy. You can't...
Yep.
Like, what damage items are you going to buy that solve this Manta so you can break...
Oh, Rupture onto Ame. Has nobody to infest to, except for a creep, which is destroyed shortly after. Now running some more, fully ruptured, and there's the Ravage. And down goes Ame, a huge kill. We talked about the potential for infesting out of a Rupture, which is a thing, but there's only a creep and you can kill it. It's not going to do much.
No allied hero nearby there.
9.
Light, sync
you. Solar Bind. You see the rest of Tundra is currently smoked and in the area, and Xiao8, oh, he's used basically everything other than his ult. Blinks up. Outside the range of Bloodright. Gonna get homing missiled. That's right, he does have Lincolns.
Oh, that's a good split Earth.
Call down's gonna miss. Split Earth. Earth Splitter, that is. Get taken out.
Did I say split Earth?
You did. You ruined this entire cast Syndron. Retire now, 33. Looks like they'll be able to defend properly. So despite losing the Lifestealer, obviously some spells were used from Tundra. They used the Ravage just for the Lifestealer, but certainly worth.
Yeah, that's pretty... I was not expecting LGD to get a turnaround there, but awesome setup from ET. Y showing up once again. This time it's not on Bane, it's on another sleep. Maybe this is telling about his personality. Perhaps just wants to sleep all day.
Or he has Insomniac. He's an Insomniac, so it could be an irony at its best.
Maybe he...
Oh, Jin Q. Snake King gets the Yules into Arrow, and he is completely surrounded again.
Yep. We'll reveal the ward, of course. This move more than...
Oh, another Rupture. Ame will just TP out this time, though.
I think Skater is going to go Basher. Yeah, he is. Because if he can make this play every fight, disrupting the Lifestealer and force the TP, Bloodseeker has inherently really good attack speed, so Basher has a very high chance of connecting before the TP out. Obviously, is fighting a little bit against the evasion, but...
Yep, true. Does have the Echo Saber to help with the attack speed.
True.
Oh, looks like Elder Titan's actually doing a double Halberd game for PSG.LGD.
I honestly really like this choice. It was either that or 1 to 2 E-Blades. Would be good. MKB now complete.
Yeah.
Or 9.
9 is...
Oh my god,
huge.
he's farmed.
Only 20 seconds on Aegis, but they've gotten basically all the outer towers minus the tier 2 in the bot lane.
Yeah.
So successful Aegis for sure.
So he's getting MKB against Blinding Light, against Lifestealer's Halberd, and eventual evasion talent, which he might not end up taking now on level 20. You all probably are, because the other talent is Garbaga.
Ghoul Frenzy.
Yeah.
Syndron. You can buff Ghoul Frenzy.
You're still taking it.
Yeah, it's garbage.
How is that a level 20 talent?
I don't know.
I think some of the new talents in this patch are a little bit...
Oh, why? He's going to get trapped.
Value.
Starstorm's there. Here comes the Earth Splitter. Looks enormous with that cosmetic. I'm sure the hitboxes are not quite that big. Very cool looking, though. You can see the talent distribution here for Lifestealers in the past.
He did take Ghoul Frenzy slow and lose.
Okay. Interesting. I guess that is connected.
It's probably 6 games of Lifestealer, and he's had 1 with Frenzy. I think that's what it is.
Honestly, I think that's probably a misclick most of the time, too.
Maybe.
You know how it's bound to 1 and 2?
Yeah.
That has screwed me up so much in the past.
Right.
Because my hero is bound to 1, Cinderin. It ruins me.
Yeah.
All right, here's the smoke from Tundra. Ravage is online. See if they can find anybody. See the Blink Dagger already used.
I think Nightstalker just got his BKB. This could make a...
Oh, Zhao 8.
Yes,
Lincoln's is pop with the Yules, and he's just going to roll away. Man, that damage from 9.
Yikes. He could still get ruptured.
Skeeter.
Oh, got the blink off.
Yeah, he's good to go.
His Lincoln's is going to be ready again when the missile reaches.
Yep. He is fine.
Whee! Bonk.
Yeah, obviously a great item against Bloodseeker, but it does feel bad to have to go it on Pango.
Interestingly enough, the last time he played against the Bloodseeker against Team Spirit, Zhao did not opt for that item. He went for Yules. But maybe this time around he feels like he's having a better laning stage, which is definitely the case. His net worth is a lot better, so he can afford it. And yeah, it feels bad, but you got to do it, man. Like, it's just necessary.
They're going to have 3 Yules on
Halberds?
PSG.LGD. Or sorry, Halberds.
Yep. So Coddle
Second on Jin Q.
He did end up going for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is overkill. I think one of them should have been an E-Blade. That would be nice. He's dead, by the way.
Yep. He's going to pay the sacrifice for getting yet another Halberd in the game. Not allowed.
Learning to count with 9.
If it takes 9 hits to kill somebody, the game's not going well for 9. I'll just say that right now. But he is doing quite well. 3K net worth lead just between him and Ame at the moment. Now let's look at the damage here.
1.
Boom!
2.
Yeah. Overkill. All right, BKB is next on the list for him. Only, not too far away from finishing that himself. And I would assume that they're just waiting for the second Roche. But as Effie was talking about in the panel, PSG.LGD have an incredible Roche fighting team.
And incredible high ground defense, too.
Yes.
If it comes to that.
I mean, Elder Titan, is there a better hero than Elder Titan for pit control?
I think both Batrider and Nightstalker rival him a bit.
Okay.
And they have one of them. Nightstalker is also insane in that area. You just get all of the vision advantage in an area that can't really obtain vision in usually. Beastmaster decent for the same reason. And Nightstalker is just like a better version of that. But yeah, this is honestly kind of impressed. LGD are only 3K behind. With how this game has been going the last 10 minutes, how are they maintaining this in such an even ground? Like, especially Zhao 8 sitting on 15K net worth is impressive to me. He also has the Basher. He's going for is that a 4th Halberd?
It looks like a 4th Halberd, Cinder.
Are they going to set up like a chain?
I suppose so. Zhao Wei using the Blink Dagger with his ult. Only can he connect on 1. That's 33, but now finds Fata on the backside. Will he actually just solo this? Who cares? 33 gets off a Ravage on the other side. Why? Inside that blood right. Skeeter takes credit for that kill. And a couple supports die in the way of PSG.LGD, so very scattered fight.
I don't know if that's a good Ravage. Roshan is spawning relatively soon, and you use Ravage on 2 supports that are going to respawn.
Oh, 9 completely surrounded here. Faith Beyond with a BKB. You can see the rupture now, but Infest is actually not up right now. Oh, he already used it, sorry. As there's the bash and Skeeter doing... Yeah, he's just not getting out of this one.
This is such a good wraparound from LGD to make that read that they can do that. So with Ravage down, this is what I was going to get at, right? Like, you kill 2 supports that can respawn or maybe even buyback, but it's one of your key tools against these big cores that are going to run at you, and you either get run at right now, or Roshan comes up, and you don't have it for the fight. So I think 33, it looks juicy, right? You get 2 easy kills, but in hindsight, that Ravage is... It's a little bit scary to throw there.
It'll be a 30-second difference between Roche.
Why place this ward a minute ago and TP'd out in preparation for the Roche? Just really good game sense that this is going to end up mattering so much, and man, did that pay dividends. Oh boy.
Fata dying next to his tier 2 mid as well, so PSG.LGD taking just a little sliver of a mistake, as you're alluding to, and taking full advantage of this.
They're going to get Roche.
Yeah, Roche.
Lifesteal's going action.
That is a lie. There is no way he's going act.
You love it.
That is a troll. I won't believe it until I see it, Cinderin.
How fast do you attack with this?
It'll probably be it'll be a Scotty.
No, right. Queued up the act.
I understand that he's trolling. Do you understand?
I don't
Your first name is Troll.
What is trolling?
Cinderin.
He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
There is no way he's going. I am so excited.
That is the face of a man who is unsure what he's about to do, but he will do it anyway.
So I personally think, since you're in the lead technically, the biggest reason you're getting is for the cast range, actually. It's not to go inside an enemy necessarily, because you're not going to do any damage with this build. But the range is insane once you get this.
Attack every 1.25 seconds.
I think it's 5 attacks, because they buffed it from 4.
Reduces cooldown to 20.
You heal a lot faster. Yeah, arrow coming in. We'll talk about the Ags at length after this. Ravage is going to be up very soon, but the blink in from Faith Beyond is not going to be enough to keep 9 at bay. He gets the Aegis and the Roche. Huge, huge steal from 9. And now, let's see if PSG actually wants to try and fight this. Skeeter still with the BKB. Will try to distance.
Again.
Oh, Ravage is finally there, but it's the same time as they lose the Aegis. Skeeter comes in, bashing the crap out of Zhao 8. Looks like they'll find that kill eventually. And now 9, focusing on Faith Beyond for now, will easily take him out. And now Ame pops the Rage, attempting to TP out. And he is gone. But great job from TA, man. 9 is an actual god. Jin Q gonna be spotted out here. Gets the deck. Oh, if he gets this kill. If he gets this kill, there's no way, right? There is no way he gets this kill. Please. Oh my god. My heart.
Not even close, man.
Snake King's like, yeah, we got this.
Don't mess with me, dude. That's no problem.
All right. Well,
delete your lies and
that was, delete your lies and apologize indeed. Look at this steal. The Crippling Fear was a great idea, but the BKB and the Refraction prevented any damage from being any kind of a cancel on the blink here, Cinderin, as he's in the pit. Gets the Aegis, gets the kill. This was the second Roche, right? Who got the shard?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's just so beautiful because they have no way of stopping it. Sometimes when the enemy team tries to steal the Roche, you stop hitting Roche. But Tia would have soloed it. That's one of her strengths. She can kill it on her own. So you kind of have to just play the who is better at bail runs in Diablo 2 game and see who loots it first. And it was 9. He grew up on that game.
Great reference.
Yes.
As we lose Y.
Yeah, I know you don't play other games, but that's fine.
That's not true.
Actually not true. You play shooters.
Yeah.
And card games.
Sure. Uh-oh. Ame's forced to pop his Rage. Still has his Infest. Tundra still pursuing, though. Zhao Wei's going to get the Rolling Thunder off. Shield Crash. Looks like it's going to connect at the very least with that newly picked up shard on Zhao 8.
Not connect. Oh, okay.
Yeah, uses the Blink Dagger to ensure that they lock him down completely. He actually has Aghanim 7. I literally cannot believe this. So you get cast range, the cooldown is super low on Infest, and you jump inside an enemy, and you do the 5 attacks, which with this build is garbage.
What do you mean faster than patch average? This item doesn't get... SAP are inventing match.
4 match... Okay, this is pubs, though, right? In the entire world.
3 of them are you.
Yeah. One. I've only done it once, and it actually worked out quite well.
Good.
So while you're inside an enemy, you heal way faster.
Right.
So you're going to get full HP, so that's one benefit. But, I mean, am I crazy that the biggest reason is for the cast range? Because if he gets ruptured, he can just infest anybody
that's
in
true.
AoE.
That's value.
But that's still weird. It's still really weird.
Can you make some sort of cool play with Silver Edge that you can infest Tide with Silver? Like, you hit him, and then you keep hitting him for a bit, and then you infest him to protect yourself from counterplays or something? Is it just to save yourself from... Maybe it is just the Rupture, honestly, that he's looking to solve.
And he's got the Silver Edge and tow.
20-second cooldown is no joke either.
It is.
That is a really big part of this.
Infest as a spell, if you can get it off in a game like this, is super, super good.
I'm sure we're going to get our answer, because he spent 4k gold in this item, so he's going to show us why. And there's going to be some sort of meaning behind this. He could open 33 now with the silver. 9. Drums activate. Oh my god. Speaking of why, Dunzo gets off his ult, just clips 1 hero. Now Ame on the run. Still in Silver Edge. He has his shard as well, by the way, so open wounds is a thing. Rupture onto Faith Beyond. And he infested somebody. He's damaging him.
Where is it?
He's as good as dead.
All right. Took a little bit of damage, sure. Didn't get to see that, but Skeeter now pops his BKB chasing. He's not very happy with somebody being inside of him right now.
That is an awesome
Night
Ravage.
Stalker getting bashed by the Bloodseeker. Looks like he'll fall in the end. And that's 2 deaths already for PSG.LGD, and Ame no infest for another 3 seconds, so he takes a tumble as well. And now Zhao 8 completely surrounded here. Blood right and brought down again. Tundra taking advantage of this Aghanim sector build.
All right, so what we need to keep in mind is what you don't get, right? This is what I often talk about. When you buy an item, you don't buy another.
Yeah.
And you could have almost an AC in this slot.
Almost an AC, almost a Scotty. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
I think in order to make this worth it, there needs to be some really, really good reason for a counter. Oh, Snaking in trouble.
He jumps in just to get the Yules, but looks like he's regretting his decision. But 9 on the high ground. I'm not sure if they want to go through with it.
That is a really good
That's
stomp.
a big Echo stomp. Blood Right's there, though. There's the Ravage to follow. 9 able to take out 1, and Y is next on the list with the Rupture. Look how fast Skeeter is. Holy Jesus. And that is another team wipe, essentially. Buyback now. Going to be used from Jin Q. And Tundra trying their best to extend this to a Game 5 for the Grand Finals.
Yeah. They were not expecting that Ravage. That's the Refresher Orb.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere. And that just really... That is such a good reveal from 33. You're going to see it here, right? He's bashed in the back. I think it just got delivered by the courier. Actually, you see them flying back there. And they have no way of knowing this is coming. Good Illuminate. There's the
Boom.
Straight in. Wipe out Zhao 8. And grab Y as well.
Yeah. All right, starting to snowball now in Tundra's favor. Now, from PSG.LGD's perspective, what's the play here, Cinderin? Obviously, the big unknown is the Aghanim Scepter. Let's just ignore it for now.
Right.
Because I do think...
I'm just wondering if I'm missing something. Like, he's spending so much gold on this time. There has to be a good reason.
I honestly think it's the cast range and cooldown. That's the main reason. I don't know why he used it offensively, though. That's the only question mark.
You're buying it over AC against a TA that's mauling your team, right? Is someone else buying AC in the team? They're currently queuing up 2 Bashers, one on Night Stalker and one on Lifestealer, and they have one on Pango. So it seems their approach to solving this TA is just going to be chain stunning her. Rather than itemizing defensively, they want to itemize offensively as a solution, which works a lot of the time as well.
Another Silver Edge picked up this time by
Faith Beyond
Bloodseeker.
is spotted mid, he has the BKB.
And it's very fast.
He might need to TP out, too.
9 is very fast, too, though. Yeah,
got ready for the bounty.
Will that cost him? Gold, very important. Yeah, getting recalled now. So he is good to go. So that is Jin Q's Shard.
Yeah.
Looks like, it looks like he was going E-Blade, but I guess maybe just a casual Ghost Scepter for TA so he doesn't get blown up. Not the most offensive Coddle we've seen in this tournament for sure.
Right. So he bought the Dagon and then went Halberd, right? And I think that Halberd could have been an E-Blade slot.
Considering how many Halberds they have, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little bit too much of the same.
Oh, let's see the Infest inside. He breaks him. Infest him. Infest him now. Crippling Fear preventing any... Okay, gets the Force Staff off, though. And there's the Rupture onto Faith Beyond, and
gone.
He gets dropped like a rock. All right, well, that turns into a 5v4. He does not want to buy back because they're not really doing anything yet. We'll see if Tundra pressures here. Man, so many Silver Edges in this game. 2. Yeah, Ame has forced to Rage again. Oh, all right, big roll in from Zhao 8, but the Rage has already been popped from Ame.
They're going to kill Tide with
They
this.
kill Tide pretty easily. And 9
has no
Aegis. His BKB.
No Aegis.
Something to get out now. Call down. He blinks out to safety, and Fata might be the sacrifice. Although, okay,
they're losing Skeeter,
never mind.
too.
Skeeter's here. He has to pop his magic immune there. Just getting bashed up. There's the Infest inside of Bloodseeker, taking a little bit of damage. Just a little bit, but it's enough, Cinderin.
Key component there, the Basher on Zhao 8. Is going to prevent Skitter from trying to BKB TP out.
Ooh, okay. That's a good item to have when you infest an enemy, actually.
Penasword?
Yeah. So more damage and the potential for maim.
True.
Now,
how does it work when you're infested? Do all your orb attacks work?
Yes.
Okay, but,
so
you can't use items inside, so you can't infest someone and then use Silver Edge.
You cannot use items. Basher definitely works. I've used this personally. Okay. So...
Yeah, that's cool. Now that he has Basher, I like it a lot more, but maybe it could have been opposite order then.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You're going to see it here.
Yeah, let's see the damage.
With the bash there. Dunk.
Let's see the massive damage from the offensive infest. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, is it still bugged? I think it's still bugged, if that's correct. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Fata getting initiated on. Crippling Fear. There's the bash from the newly minted basher on Ame. Yeah, they lose Faith Beyond. My goodness. He's so tanky, but he just gets dropped immediately. 9 hits like a truck. There's the Pango roll. Yeah. Connecting a couple times. Ame doing... Oh, my God, they're going to burst him down. Beautifully done from Zhao Wei, keeping him locked down. Still buyback available, though. And the rage into the infest and Zhao Wei and company. He's going to be full HP in no time at all. Look at that health bar in the top. Yeah, comes back out fast. Full. It's kind of like a pseudo-satanic, actually, if you have teammate. Oh, right? The bash connects. That's the buyback now. On to 9. That's exactly what PSG.LGD wanted. They're coming back into this game, Synderin. Yeah, they're going to leave. You see the perpetual stun here from Zhao Wei using that shard. Very nicely done. Really well done. So, just real quickly before we get to this next fight, the change to the Ags, other than, like, well, actually the big change, I guess, is when you infest, you're supposed to attack once immediately. Right. And based on what we saw in the damage done, it didn't look like it did, but maybe it's wrong. So, buyback, but they will claim the Aegis for 9. It's important. You have this ever-important... Oh, he did. I saw it wrong. Okay. Axe Bloodseeker to Ruptures. Double Rupture. In theory, it's good because you can rupture both Night Stalker, Pango, and Lifestealer, like 2 of these 3. But I don't know how likely it is to pull that off. What were your alternatives? The Tide one, I think, would have honestly been really good this game. Support Gyro side cannon. It's pretty. It was between that, right? It was Tide or that one's not Tide or Bloodseeker. Yeah, okay. You don't like Maranas? It's not good enough compared to the other 2. Okay. Yeah, if you had like an E-Blade, I don't know. Perhaps if you went for a more magic-oriented build, it could have been really good, but yeah, I would agree. I mean, double rupture is nice. You can't complain. The problem is, like, do you even use it on Lifestealer anymore? If his infest is up, that's just an actual counter, right? I'm always surprised he hasn't gone for Satanic to be able to dispel like a silence from Bloodrite or something like that when his rage is down. But I mean, the first thing that I thought of with this Aghanim Scepter, Synderin, is you're doing it, if you're not doing it for like the cast range and whatnot, you're doing it for the damage to enemies. But you have to build him totally different. That's the issue. What else do you need? You need like a crit, big time. Right. Big time, you need a crit. And then raw damage after that. Like super late game, Daedalus Divine. That's what you want. That's a legit build if you're able, like, because you're really tanky, right? You have Rage, you have all these items that help you tank up, which is a general build for Lifestealer, and you have a 20-second cooldown save for yourself. Right. Outside of Rage. It's a different way of thinking about the hero. I'm still, yeah, guess we'll see. He's eyeing up the Scotty for now, though. I would still really like to see an AC in their lineup. I feel like that's kind of an oversight for them to not have that, just because, you know, sometimes AC, the AoE armor is nice for your team, and that's it, right? Right. But the offensive capability in this game for his team is also really good. There's just... It's such a big offset item because of the defensive and offensive at the same time. I mean, the fact that he went Ags, and again, I don't know if I want to look too into this, attack speed's actually wasted, right? If you're infesting aggressively. Yes, correct. Because it's only 5 attacks. So Scotty, you get that proc every time, makes you super tanky, so you're not going to die in between when your cooldowns... Like again, if you have Rage and Infest, 2 saves for yourself, on top of open wounds, you have so many ways to stay alive. So if you're just tanking, then you won't die. But then... That's assuming you have damage on your team, which they do. It'll be interesting to see. I think this is the man to watch for LGD. I think Zhao Wei needs to kind of carry here. Ame's damage is good, but it requires control to go off. And you saw Zhao Wei's ability to kill the TA together with Coddle, basically. It was almost only those 2 just slicing 9 in half in his own base earlier. You kind of need to combine this. If Zhao Wei makes key mistakes, they're in trouble. Faith Beyond's damage is kind of underwhelming. He's not very farmed. He's actually second to last net worth. Oh, this makes me sad, Synderin. 20% pick rate on the coolest 25 talent in the game now. Yeah, very cool. It is cool. 1 second extra Ravage stun, though, when you have the Refresher, obviously makes a lot of sense. And They got a lot of control, for sure. And a BKB. You don't see that very often on a Tidehunter. Goodness.
Protect himself from the Lifestealer opener, I guess.
Double BKB with a refresher.
Oh, it's a guarantee that he can ult against Crippling Fear, I think.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, that has been an annoying spell for sure. Skeeter holding that the cheese instead of the Echo Saber for now. And Zhao 8 showing himself bot.
This is
of course, he has the Lincoln, so you're going to have the Blood Rage first. And the roll out. Now you can't do anything. Just takes out the wave and TPs. So when he's in, is there any, I guess they could theoretically rupture into Abyssal to stop him from doing that. But very difficult.
Yes.
Very, very difficult. All right, now we have a smoke up. I think they're timing this with the Aegis, right? I believe it's running out soon. 1.5 second duration for the Rage. Oh, it's still 2 minutes. Okay. So PSG.LGD.
Just going to keep stalling, I think. But well, this smoke does indicate that they want to do something. It might just be placing vision and trying to get a favorable position at the enemy Ancient Triangle. Looks to be the case. Going to see why probably place this one. It worked very well earlier.
Yep.
It might do so again. But Tundra are placed all around the middle. Faith Beyond sitting on a gem here, as well as Dark Ascension ready, will obviously have insane control. Ravage!
Ravage! That's number 1. That is number 2. Look at this damage to Coddle. 9 dropping everybody in sight. And that's the Infest. Already popped here. Zhao 8 attempting to get out. Looks like he'll be fine, but the Infest wasn't enough. So Ame will be the double kill for 9. A great double Ravage. They do have 2 buybacks, Synderen.
Yep,
we'll see what Tundra can get out of this. Still with Aegis.
LGD thought they were being really good with this smoke, and theoretically they were, but Tundra making sure to leave an Ops behind at that high ground themselves as well, and it just sets up perfectly for a mass TP play with 33, the double Ravage out of nowhere. And they are going to defend here, but this is starting to get very costly.
Yeah.
Halberd number 1, trying for a dash.
Uh-oh, Zhao 8, all right, gets off his shard. And another Infest inside of Zhao 8. I'm not sure if they actually want to commit to this. Elder Titan's still not up for another 3 seconds, and Coddle's dead for a full minute with no buyback. And this is one of their big high ground defense mechanisms.
Zhao is insanely tanky. Keep that in mind. If he hits Shield Crash on 3 heroes, and he has a Lifestealer Infest, his EHP is absolutely through the roof. Even this TA will not be able to kill him. Keep in mind, 9 doesn't have a Daedalus in his build currently, so his damage is kind of capped.
Rupture to start things off. He's still silenced, but gets the bash up on the Skeeter. Yeah, Basher still continuing. There's a Satanic, or the cheese used for Skeeter. He just blows up the Lifestealer, not even remotely close. And Zhao 8, Rupture number 2, TP, but the 4-step into the bash, and down he goes. Still has buyback for another 100 seconds. But obviously the kill onto Ame is the big one. 23k net worth lead now for Tundra, and nothing stopping them from going down mid. It's going to be 5v4 once the Coddle's back up.
Ravage number 1 should be up again soon as well. It is 5 seconds. He has the spell Prism.
Wow, 12 seconds on refresher, so.
Yeah. Double Ravage
good
again.
To go. Zhao 8, all right, Lincoln's popped. Links out to safety. Homing missile on the way. You see the triple arrow surprise. Oh, 33 jumps in. Not going to Ravage, though. Snaking jumps in as well. Just forcing out the shard here for Zhao. Actually uses his ult.
He's still
ruptured right now. Has to be really careful. Fata's going to get jumped by Faith Beyond. Looks like to be able to get that kill at the very least. The BKB will allow him to retreat as the Will-O-Wisp, but a big arrow connecting on the Coddle. Ravage completely misses. That's okay. He has a second one to work with, Synderen. That's what the refresher's for. As TA completely slept right now. Skeeter continue to right-click with that basher. Zhao 8 is so freaking tanky. And 33, there's the Ravage. It's going to hit onto 4 heroes. And that's going to be the death of Faith Beyond. Buys back into the game, though, as the gem is still on the deck. And it looks like Tundra need to recede here, as Bloodseeker is completely dead with no buyback to speak of. Another Halberd used. Faith Beyond jumps in with the Crippling Fear. Looks like Skeeter, or looks like 9's going to be just fine, though, if he wants to. Oh, he's going to go even aggressive again. Jin Q. One more right click should do it, but can't get to the high ground anymore. Another Will-O-Wisp placed. And why? Echo Stomp is there, but 3 dead still on the side of PSG.LGD. Ame is up in 12 seconds, but he's not going to have much of a team around him, Synderen, as Y gets taken out by the Rocket Barrage, and a homing missile for Jin Q will ensure his death as well.
Oh, the shard was actually really nifty there.
Oh, he has the shard. That's
the gyro
true.
shard was chasing him and dealing a lot of damage there.
All right, we see it. Used to full success. Ame, Silver Edge. He really wants this. He wants nothing. He has to back. I mean, the problem is, even if he catches somebody, he doesn't have damage himself. It's mostly lockdown and tankiness.
Yep. It really is Xiao 8 that needs to deal the damage, largely.
And this is going to be the first set of... Oh, Will-O-Wisp again. Echo Stomp into the Earth Splitter, but the force after the other side, preventing all that damage coming the way of 9. So as his BKB activated, just going to turn onto Ame. Again, Ame's not doing that much damage. They're just standing within the Will-O-Wisp. They didn't even give a shit.
He's in trouble.
Into the Refraction TA, and out he pops. Surprise! With a call down, and he is left all alone, and down goes Ame. And this means a Game 5 is incoming, Cinder, and his GGs are called. Game 5 of this best of 5 for the grand finals, and I'm really, I'm torn. I love to see a Game 5. I'm really sad to see, actually, now that I think about it, I'm really happy to see Ags not work on Lifesteal because it will get buffed in the future.
Yeah, just need another 5 of those.
Yeah, just need 10 more hits, I think.
I mean, we were talking about it quite a